When I picked up my pen this morning to write this speech, my intention was to write on the topic Nigeria Unite, but I was redirected and I changed it to Fix It Nigeria. Why? Because Nigeria does not have an identity yet, or maybe it has, but I doubt its authenticity. You see, we are still grappling with what we have. By that I mean our natural resources, not who we are or what we represent. But let me suggest that what we have is not as important as who we are. Our capacity and ability as a nation is a function of who we are. Who we are is the key to what we can do, and what we can do can be achieved by what we have. So let's put first thing first. Not selfish interests above national interests, not competence above character, not greed above needs, not profit above people, and not popularity above purpose. Let me remind you of the definition of democracy. It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So you see, it's all about the people, not an individual, not a party, not the National Assembly, not even the presidency, because these are not different or superior to the people. They are not greater than or stronger than the people. As a matter of fact, the power in the people is greater than the people in power. There is no politics, no government, no arms of government without the people. We, the people of this great nation, can redirect this nation and set it on course. Yes, we can fix this nation. It is up to us. The rule of law is the law of rules. Thank goodness for the slogan, rule your world. But you see, you cannot rule your world when you violate the laws of rules. We as a people and as a great nation cannot rule our world when we fail to rule ourselves. We cannot be great when we neglect the rule of law. We cannot lead the world when we put the rule of gold above the golden rule. Impunity has been on the rise in many African nations, disrupting meaningful progress and national development. A plant infested by aphids will gradually deteriorate and die. A wise farmer does not focus on giving it some more water or manure. He rather sprays it with insecticides. So like that farmer, we must nip in the bud impunity and uphold the rule of law above social status, security votes, financial accusation, gender, age, or any form of stratification. We must begin to think forwards, not backwards. We must begin to deal with the disease and not the symptoms. In a world where the goal is to eradicate capital punishment for offenders, our leaders are poised to enact laws to support them. That is a reflection of a lopsided, selfish, and myopic thinking. No smoke without fire. Something must always be the cause of something. Attacking the disease and not the symptom is key. Capital punishment could only be enacted when the same punishment we hold for persons in government who embezzle public funds. Injustice is one great monster we must pummel to the ground. Justice delayed is justice denied, but not jungle justice, though it could be the outcome of both. So, I urge our judicial hunters to stop chasing rats and rabbits when there are abundant elephants and buffaloes in the same jungle. Our prisons are overcrowded, with a greater part having no business whatsoever being there. Many of these folks have been left to rot in jail, merely because of the greed and insatiable desires of some law enforcement personnel and lawyers who are more concerned about their bottom lines and their pocketbook. Not holding brief for anyone, I feel people take laws into their hands and mete out jungle justice because they feel the law enforcement agency will do nothing about it at the long run. We see this play out on several occasions. I guarantee none of these if only they could live up to their responsibilities. Ineptitude has been the bane of our progress, putting square pegs in round holes. If a driver begins his journey in the wrong direction, irrespective of the distance he covered, he had only progressed in error. But an error does not become a mistake until we refuse to correct it. How? He must have to go back to the point he started his journey and begin again in the right direction. If we want to get it right, we must do the right. Fix square pegs in square holes and round pegs in round holes. No offense, because we cannot afford to sacrifice merit on the altars of sentiments and idiosyncrasies. Our nation has been stuck and dragged mud by some inept fellows who have occupied both public and private institutions, making a mess of our intellectual and human capital. This has inadvertently translated into recycled leaders surfacing and resurfacing with little or nothing to bring to the table. Insecurity has reached an alarming state. Of course, when the walls are broken, serpents will bite. Invariably, the people are hurt. Safety of lives and properties should be upmost in our priority as a great nation. And let me say, security is not molesting or harassing people. Neither is it a supermastery for damage control. Medicine after death, as they call it. It is a deliberate, intentional, and calculated intelligence gathering carried out before her. It is the height of observation, surveillance, and predictions. It is to carefully follow an idea, individual, people group, or movement from inception to finish. Our territorial integrity is being compromised on a daily basis, and we sit and do little or nothing about it. This calls for a searching of heart. So, let's fix it now. My name is WISEMAN Richman. Let's make the world a better place.